Taipei at night is a very special city because it has a lot of textures. It has a lot of buildings that are already quite old, that are starting to that are not renovated so well, that are already starting to decay a little bit, and even sometimes the jungle takes the city back, like you see. For example, some leaves and some trees are growing back through the concrete. And there, of course, is a lot of neon light and a lot of LED advertisement. So there's a lot of new development, new buildings. So there's old and new and nature coming back. And all of this in the night, in all this artificial light, creates a very strange and very new sensation of a coexistence of a semi-tropical place that is moving very quickly. At some point I did a lot of photos during a period that I was jet lagged very much, and I couldn't sleep very well, so I was always up in the middle of the night. That period I captured a lot of photos very late at night. The interesting detail is that they told me that it was in September and August, and it was Ghost Month. And this was quite funny because I captured a lot of photos with a very long open shutter speed. So if somebody would pass by the photo camera, they would be totally blurred, even like a ghost. So I would capture the buildings very sharply, and also the plants reflected in the neon light, but the people in it would be like blurry, like ghosts. So I called that photo series Ghost Month. Nocturnal Taipei is this time, which was like several months, in which I took all these photos on the streets of Taiwan, on Taipei, and I discovered certain neighborhoods that I liked to photograph. And it was during that time that I also discovered where I was actually living very close to this Hujiao Shadian at Zhongshan Donghua, where there is this pepper shrimp restaurant where there's all this nightlife. So I would very often be up and seeing what was going on there, and I would also eat a lot of pepper shrimp, and I would get to know what kind of customers they had, and that inspired me to write these stories that are in this film. So yeah, it all came from that period that I was just spending a lot of late night time at streets, just capturing photos. And there was something about this environment of the Hujiao Shadian that was very interesting to me. There was this tunnel where you could go down in an underground parking lot, and there was another parking. There was an emergency hospital right next to it, and a 7-Eleven at the other side of the street. And there were so many elements of the city squeezed together in this one space. It was very lively. So I just had the feeling that there's so many stories going on here, that this would be a very interesting environment. When you make a photo at a certain time of another person, that is a proof that person exists at that time, but it is also a proof that the photographer exists, because the photographer is there to observe that person. So there's a connection between the observer and the observed. And I find that very interesting and very mysterious. And I don't know what it means, but that is the starting point of the film.